Sincerely Molly, where I share all the things I love and I sincerely hope you like it. I'm Molly and today is New Year's Eve. Happy New Year! Tonight I'm going to a Roaring Twenties themed New Year's Eve party. So this is going to be a little kind of get ready with me video mixed with a little bit of history, though I'm certainly not an expert in this area in the 20s. But it's just something that interests me, so I thought I'd do a quick video on this. The 1920s is a decade that really fascinates me. There was a huge cultural, societal, and political shift during this time. It was a really big time for change. Nations were recovering from the First World War, and the US kind of secured its position as an industrial hub and kind of a powerhouse of the time. And because of that, there was an economic boom that spurred kind of the Roaring Twenties. You know, prohibition was going on during this time and speakeasies were popping up left and right. The 19th Amendment was ratified in 1920, thus granting women the right to vote. The flapper became prominent during this time, and I'm sure you guys know what a flapper is, or at least the general idea of what they are. Flappers were kind of the new women and a new wave of feminism post the suffragette movement. They broke social norms of the time, and this can be seen in not only their actions and how they spoke and their habits, but also in their attire. They had atypical choices in style with short hemlines and baggy silhouettes and boyish bobs. Essentially, they strayed away from the typical ladylike behavior that was expected of them. So, given that we're going into 2020, I feel it appropriate to pay homage to this decade by sporting a flapper look at my Roaring Twenties kind of Gatsby-themed shindig this evening. For my look, I'm going for a nearly authentic, very glitzy look. So not what the everyday person would wear of this time. I'd say this outfit, makeup, and accessories would fall under the more theatrical cinema adaptation of what a flapper is. So I have this dress which is all glammed out in sequins and it has fringe at the bottom. It does go below the knee, which is typical for the time. I'd say a typical flapper would probably wear a baggier silhouette than this and not have so much shape to it. Potato sack, but make it fashion. I'm just kidding. I love shapeless and floaty dresses. I have these Mary Jane heels, which have a decently sized heel. I would say maybe a little bit high for that time period. But what is pretty accurate is that there is this single strap across. For accessories, I have these gloves, which again, the everyday person wouldn't wear these. I would say they're most commonly worn if you went to an extremely fancy, ritzy event. Very extravagant, darling. But I'm wearing them anyway. I also have a strand of pearls that I'll be wearing that I've just knotted towards the end. Then I have a cigarette holder, which I feel like is just a very stereotypical prop, but why not? Came with the set. And last but not least, I DIY'd this headband to go with my outfit, which I will show you how to do now. What you'll need: glitzy trim, a brooch. If the brooch is too heavy for the trim, pearls and gems, feathers, scissors, a hot glue gun, and a sewing kit. Begin by measuring the trim around your head and cutting the piece, leaving ½ inch or so to overlap. Glue the ends together, making sure to overlap. I added a few stitches to make it more secure. Attach the brooch or pearls and gems. Glue the feathers down either perpendicularly or parallelly. I ended up switching them last minute to be horizontal. And that's it. For the makeup look, again, I'm going for a 20s movie star glitzy glam with a nice smoky eye and not so much the minimal like eyes with a bold lip everyday look that people would normally wear during this time. So I just want to say that before I get into it. So it's going to be very bold. I have my face and brows done, and I'm wearing MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation, MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer, as well as their pressed powder, and then some bronzer, blush, and a little bit of highlight. And then in my brows, I have NYX's brow pencil. And let me tell you, it's really a great dupe for the brow wiz at a fraction of the cost, which is awesome. Now for the eyes. So I did a massive declutter of my makeup collection, so I don't have very much to work with at the moment, and frankly, I kind of like having a minimal collection. So I'm working with what I got, and I'm using the Carly Bible palette, which is like ancient. I've had it for so many years, but it's been great. I love it. I love the shades in it. So that's what I'll be primarily working with. It's so old that her name just kind of rubbed off of it. First, I'm going in the inner corner with this very light highlight. Does anyone else use their fingers? I don't know. It works. It's fine. Good enough. Now I'm going to pick up some of this gold shade here that matches the gold on my dress and then apply that to my entire lid. It's been so long since I've done a beauty video. Kind of miss it. I mean, I'm not an expert and could definitely be better, but you know, all in good fun. Alright, now to make it a smoky eye, I'm going in with this very dark brown and applying that to my outer corner and blending it in and blending it out, of course, to give that smoky effect. And I'm also going to apply it right below my lower lashes as well. A very raccoon chic look, one might say. Alright, same thing on the other side. Since all of these shades are very shimmery, I'm going in with a matte that matches the dark brown and just kind of applying that and blending it in. I feel like it just adds something a little different. What'd I tell you? Raccoon chic. Now for some mascara, I am using Maybelline's Lash Sensational Mascara. I've used this for like 4+ years, not the same one, of course, but the brand and this particular kind, and I love it. It's awesome. I remember way back when Zoella started using it and recommending it, and I think she probably did like it. I like it, I don't know, it's really good, and I've been using it ever since then. She influenced me, and honestly, so glad. This is the best mascara that I've used. So since I have false lashes on, I'm just going in at the base where my real lashes are and the band of the fake lashes and just pressing mascara in and kind of blending it that way and kind of pushing them together, making them be one. And then I'm doing my lower lashes. So I don't have like a pinky red satin lipstick on hand, so I'm just using my Revlon Color Burst lipstick in the color Standout, which is just a very nice deep red, and it is a matte finish, and if I really wanted this to be more authentic, I probably would have gone for like a satin, maybe lip pomade balm type thing, you know, applying it with a brush, but this works. I can still achieve a bold lip this way. I wear red lipstick a lot, so in case you're interested in what other shades and brands I like, I do have a video on that, so feel free to check that out. And that's it for the makeup look. I should also add, to get this hairstyle, I will leave the tutorial that I used below. I've used this trick before and I love how it turns out, so feel free to check that out if you want to go for a faux bob. And that is it for my New Year's flapper look. I do hope you liked this video, and if you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!